swear I still can't believe it. There's music playing in the pond. During summer, ponds like this are always home to a bunch of tadpoles, born with moms raised by none. And the reason they thrive in this tiny pond is simple. They know this place is cleaner than anywhere else. Well, except maybe your wallet, unless that's empty too. Just the day before yesterday, also known as yesterday, our alpha tadpole's heart restarted as the snow melted, and it discovered that summer feels hotter than winter because, well, summer is warmer. Still, all this heat made him just want to hold her tight. Wait, who's that? Girl, don't move. You wouldn't want your man to lose his job, would you? Get lost. When a toad sleeps with a frog, ugly but smooth with the ladies. Not long after, the pond began to bubble with the leftovers of their romance. Yes, that's the boba pearls you all love in milk tea. After a while, about 2.5 whiles to be exact, the frog eggs hatched into little tadpoles. The tadpoles, searching for their mom, soon realized that Mama Tadpole had already been born long before they were. What a plot twist. But thankfully, today's tadpoles are no longer the broke kids they once were. They're now this year's broke kids. To avoid being looked down on, they stuffed themselves full until they were round like balls. The algae in the pond provided enough nutrients for them to grow. So while the tadpoles were getting full, so were the water beetles. Turns out, aside from water beetles in Cambodia, no one really gives you their whole heart. And if someone does, they're probably a leech, because they've got the magic of love and suction. Ha ha ha, good things never happen to me, but bad luck always finds me first. The tadpoles, who keep getting hit by fate, say life is like a phone call. Either you hang up or I do. Witnessing this cruel scene, their neighbor, a fish who lives worried but dies peacefully, sighed. That looks delicious. How much sorrow can one carry, you ask? About 3,000 yuan and a receding hairline. Like most overworked beings on Earth, tadpoles exist in massive numbers. When the sun rises, they head to the cafeteria in swarms. The shallow water there not only helps tadpoles metamorphose, but also helps garter snakes with digestion. Well, when the forest is big, all kinds of birds show up. And when birds are big, sugar mommies follow. Though a few tadpoles did manage to live long enough to die, most of them in the end successfully transformed from gill-breathing tadpoles into lung-breathing frogs. These creatures that breathe through lungs are also known as lungsters. When I leapt off a 100-meter-high cliff, I was only 2 hours old. I hadn't even had a chance to ask my parents how to soar gracefully with the wind. Yet, I had to face the brutal challenge of life and death far too soon. I am a newly hatched barnacle goose, a fragile life pushed to the edge by fate from the very beginning. To escape ruthless predators, my parents, in an act of love, built our nest atop a 100-meter cliff. After 25 days of tender care, my 2 siblings and I finally hatched, but our mother had grown visibly thinner. Looking at her ruffled feathers, the Arctic wind at that moment felt especially piercing. To make things worse, our parents couldn't feed us on the cliff. We had to reach the wetlands 2 kilometers away as fast as possible. Otherwise, hunger would become a reaper's scythe, slowly cutting away our fragile little lives. Our very first step was to leap into the abyss, Truly, everything seems destined by fate. Our father took the lead and showed us how it's done. He landed successfully on a nearby rock. Honestly, he did look pretty impressive. But before we could admire him, our mother was already urging us to take that all-important first step, which could also be our very last. I wobbled nervously to the edge of the cliff. No, no, no. I really can't do this. I didn't even know what hunger felt like yet, but my legs were already trembling. I was absolutely terrified, but I had to move forward. So, let's give it a try. To my surprise, I actually started flying. I spread my wings wide, gliding awkwardly with my fragile little body. Thankfully, my soft belly cushioned the fall. When I touched the ground, well, I landed more peacefully than I expected. Wait, I think I'm still alive. Yes, I made it. I passed fate's twisted little test. My mother quickly rushed to my side. But before she could even steady herself, a cunning predator silently struck the final bell of my short life. In that very moment, my life slipped away, like summer snow melting into nothingness. It vanished forever in this empty, echoing valley, left behind in yesterday. There was no time for my parents to grieve. My younger siblings followed close behind. We had no other choice. Our tiny bodies tumbling and crashing between sharp rocks, feathers flying everywhere. Even if we survived by sheer luck, we'd still have to carry our battered bodies, struggling down a path full of hidden danger. Every breeding season is a heart-wrenching gamble with life, and the hardships of survival never take a break. As for me, I'm actually still alive. I've just drifted apart from time itself,